Hi, and welcome to a small tutorial on how to integrate external packages into solutions for your web apps. My name is Mike de Rijke and I'm a teacher at Erasmus Hogeschool Brussels. Now, sometimes you will have to build some functionality that has already been built. We don't want to duplicate code anymore, so we just can use packages from the internet. An example of this package is Cleave.js. So a very simple one that I use for exercises in class constantly. So it's a small package. What does it do? Well, it updates and modernizes your form input fields. If we could take a look at here, we scroll down, so for example, time formatting, and I want to say it's 5:30 in the afternoon. So in European time, that is 17:30. If I just type 17:30, it automatically formats it like I want. I cannot enter text. It is blocked, and everything is done by just adding this piece of code. Now, how this specifically works, we will get to in a second. But before we can add packages to any project we do, we need to make it an NPM project. Now, what is NPM? It's Node Package Manager, and it will allow you to download packages and all the dependencies to your application. So let's start with that. I have a very standard HTML page with some Bootstrap forms, and it doesn't do anything right now. It has nothing from Cleave. This is how it's supposed to be. So it should have student in front of it. If I type Mike, it automatically capitalizes. If I type a mobile phone number, which is a dummy one, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can keep going, but it automatically formats it with the nice spacing as I would require. All these fields have been formatted with Cleave.js so that I can cleanly get all the data in the form. Now, let's get started. On the left side, we have our HTML page and an empty script file. You can build this as you want. These are just input fields. But before we can get started, we need to make it an NPM project. Now, if we open this in the integrated terminal here, and I will add a command called npm init. Now, this will ask you some basic steps. For the demo's sake, I'm going to do -y and show you what it does. At the end, it will create a package.json, which will allow you to get all the information on your project in this file. Now, if I want to install a new package, now that I have a package.json, I can automatically do npm install, and then the name of the package. But how do you know the name of the package? Well, every package from NPM is located in what they call the repository npm.js. So that is all. You can search for it here. It's Cleave, for example. I find Cleave.js. So the demo page is the one that I already showed you. These are just small demos if you quickly want to do something. But if you want to go deeper, the usage, text field, how you import it, which we will come to in a second, etc., etc. Again, how do I get the name? Cleave.js. At the right side of the npm.js side, you will always see the install command. So npm I, which is shorthand for npm install, cleave.js. So let's type that out. Cleave.js, and this will install the package. So a couple of things happened. It added a dependency in my project. That means that when I pass along this folder to someone else and the file is present, package.json, they, or at least their computer, will know what it needs to be able to run. So we have our package, and of course the node modules. The node modules is the actual source code from Cleave.js. So now that we have installed it, we can go into the script and actually go. Let me check in the documentation, of course, for a second. So ES6 model, import Cleave from Cleave.js. So import Cleave from, and then if I autocomplete Cleave.js, now I should be able to use it. Now, let's try it out. What is one of the examples? I'm going to take a very easy example with like a prefix, so that's immediately visible. So this means I am going to place a prefix on the field, just like we did here. So student is standard here. I cannot delete this. So that means each name starts with the word student. So I'm going to copy paste this and then place it here. Now, what is needed? We need to target an element from our input. Now, okay, let's take the name element, and the ID is name. So ID, of course, not a dot. It is hashtag. So a standard CSS selector name. If you go into the documentation, this should work as well. So a prefix. Let's do demo NPM. So we know that it's from us. No delimiter. Oh, you know what? Let's keep the delimiter and let's build blocks for 3 and 4. What it does, you will see in a second. Now, as we see here, import declarations, top level of module. Of course, let's make this a module for now. We will fix most of these with the second part, which is Webpack. When we don't use Webpack to build our application or build a distributed version of a website, we need to use the manual path to it. So node modules, Cleave.js, as we see here in the documentation, dist to distribute it, and then it says the ESM mini or ESM.js. And that should be able to do something. .js. This is of course one way. We will see in the next tutorial how we can do this way easier with Webpack. Now, as you can see, something has already appeared here. It's not what we really want, so that means the blocks immediately start counting with our prefix. So let's make it this prefix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's place it 8. Done. So that means demo NPM or daemon NPM if you want. 7, clear it up. Okay, so if we want to continue, this will be 3, 3, 4. Let's try that out. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D. So I did not type any spaces, no delimiter, and it automatically works with Cleave itself. So this is how you import package from the internet into your project. Now we can do this better with Webpack and have a bit more structure in our pages. This should get you going for the first exercise based on the dynamic inputs we see here. Good luck.